It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Houston Rockets playing against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, they haven't competed at the level they'd like over the last week or so. Just one win in 5 games. An intriguing matchup tonight. Two smart, experienced ball clubs. Shaq, how do you see this one playing out?
Solid execution on both sides. Each guy playing to his own strengths.
Okay.
The Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. They're just off a road trip, and the Heat are looking to settle back in here at home. This is an important game for them because they've really been struggling. Just one win in their last 5 games.
Now, the start of a homestand here, a short one, but nonetheless a very important one. So you want to get off to a good start.
So the Rockets win the tip. Here's the starting group for Houston. The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Marquise Chris is out there with Nene, and it's Anthony in at the 3. Some solid defense from Johnson.
They have plenty of ball handlers and athletes on this Heat's roster. Despite that, they play at a slow pace. That's just the team's MO.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nene. Here's Dragic. Pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the wing. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
I mean, tremendous quickness off the pick and roll. Goran Dragic will run this on you all day.
Harden scanning the floor. Now the Heat with it. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Just an all-around stellar team effort. Everybody on the floor was communicating exceptionally well.
Here's Anthony, following the score by James Johnson. Harden outside. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Paul against Dragic. Takes it from 10. Shot by Johnson, no good.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
Harden kicks to Nene. Here's Harden on the wing. Wade is covering. Right wing. Dragic with a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
He's letting someone else be the catalyst. Goran Dragic has been working on his catch-and-shoot game.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And that was one of those gritty wins. I mean, they struggled in a lot of areas, but the fight was never in doubt. And that's one reason why they were able to pull it out. Check out the numbers for James Harden. Averaging 21 points per game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Paul with the ball. He's guarded by Dragic. Shot clock at 3. Elbow shot is on the way. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts. Struggling to find any daylight.
Wade. That's in there. Jackson with the assist. Wade's got his first points of the night.
That's a great example of the strength of Dwayne Wade. Takes a hit and still finishes the play.
Ball against Dragic. Trying to end the drought. And James Harden hits from deep. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Eric Spoelstra.
Well, Kevin, this team does have some powerful finishers inside. And he said that option is always going to be one for them. He said, when in doubt, I want our guys to be aggressive, get inside, and force the defense to collapse. That creates inside-out opportunities. Kevin, that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Well, most figured Melo would go to the Rockets after the buyout trade to Atlanta last summer. He's playing for a coach he used to butt heads with in New York with Mike D'Antoni. Melo has some proving to do this year, whether he wants to acknowledge it or not.
Gentlemen, truth shots, loose shots.
He's off on the first. As we reach the halfway point in the season, Steve, how much does a team's depth start to play a part?
It plays a lot. I mean, if you have lack of it, then you start to see the guys that needed some rest or those nagging injuries, you can't rest them. You got to play them, especially if you're jockeying for position, looking down the road for playoffs. And then the teams who are, I would say, have all the depth in the world, those coaches have it great. They get a chance to pick and choose. They sit some guys. I know the league doesn't like that, and they get a chance to start some other guys. They manage minutes and manage injuries very well when you have a deep team.
And the basket is good. Johnson's got his second basket of the game.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Paul dishes to Harden. Over Wade. The Rockets again can't hit.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Rockets trail by 7. In the corner, Harden. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Harden's got 5.
With the basketball in hand, no one is more patient than Paul. Waits for his man to break free.
Pass to Wade. Back to Adebayo. Over Nene. The shot by Adebayo, no good. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. Looking for Chris. He gets it there. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Now here's Paul. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Take a look at the Warriors. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, the Rockets, 3 games behind.
And, you know, Houston, any fears of a regression for them this season have been laid to bed. They're an elite team yet again, and they're poised for a dominant stretch run here.
I can't see them slowing down anytime soon. If anything, I think they'll just get stronger as the playoffs gets closer.
And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
It's an unfortunate part of the game. Our thoughts and prayers are with him.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. Number 1, the Heat.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style. And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's Dragic off the drive. Second chance shot. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Such a fiery, competitive dude. Goran Dragic is making things happen. Now he's going to the line.
And Steve, Goran Dragic, the most improved player back in 2014. He led Slovenia to a gold medal at the 2017 Eurobasket tournament.
You know, one of the better European players of the last decade. A slashing penetrator, crafty finishing around the rim as well.
He misses the free throw.
A rare bad trade by the San Antonio Spurs. Dragic was their second-round pick in 2008. They traded his rights to the Suns for a player who didn't even make the roster.
Good on the second free throw. Paul with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks to Harden. A 3-ball and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 3rd assist on the night. Passes to Wade. Johnson in the corner. Over Chris. Miami no good on that time either.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Reads the play, quick reaction, almost comes up with that steal.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Bam Adebayo. And it's Waiters in for Josh Richardson. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. And here's Dragic. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Tucker. Wade against Harden. With the fadeaway. Wade, good. Wade's got his second bucket of the night.
And Dwayne Wade will do work on you from the mid-range if you let him.
Wade against Harden. Fires the three. That one, no good. And the Heat going the other way now. Waiters gets a wide open look. It's good from long range. Now it's a 6-point Miami lead.
Nice follow through on the jumper. Dion Waiters looking rock solid that time.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Over Olynyk. Miami grabs the miss. Here's Dragic from outside. Rebound by Nene. Rockets trail by 6. Here's Gordon. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Waiters. And the pass to Olynyk. And it's off the back rim. No good.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Now let's get an injury update on Carmelo Anthony from our David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. After taking a look, he informed me that it doesn't look too bad. He won't return for this game, and depending on the final prognosis, he may miss a number of games before making a return. I'll let you know more details as soon as I find them out. Kevin?
Thanks for checking in. NBA injuries are always tough to deal with, but they're just a fact of life in the NBA.
And he'll have a lot of support as he goes through the recovery process. They want him back as soon as possible.
And we know how much better they'll be as a team when he's out of those street clothes and back in uniform.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Johnson comes in for Dwayne Wade. Houston also making some changes. Green comes in for James Harden. And it's Brandon Knight in for Chris Paul. Johnson, a wide open look. Misses the three.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Another miss by Houston. Miami leading by 6. Waiters into the lane. It's rebounded by Houston. Nene's got his 4th rebound in this one. Green passes to Knight. He dishes it to Nene. They could use a bucket. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Waiters inside the 3-point line. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Right in rhythm, Waiters tends to be most efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
It's deflected.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
He kicks it to Dragic. A minute 50 left to play in the first. Pass to Olynyk. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Sinks the three-pointer.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Johnson with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Dragic against the bucket.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Knight against Dragic. Knight finds Nene. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Back to Nene. Knight for 3. Waiters grabs the miss. Waiters got his 4th rebound in this one. Bounce pass, Dragic. Green against Waiters. Over Green. They get it back.
Often you find him out on the wing, but Olynyk seizing the opportunity to go inside and dig out that extra possession.
Now here's Knight. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The feed to Nene. Here's Tucker. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Heat out front as they end the first quarter on a 12-3 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And now, in a different stage of his career, Carmelo Anthony adjusting to a new role on this team.
We all had to accept whatever the role is for each individual. And I think it started with me to just accept that role and ask the guys, what do you need from me? Ask Coach, what do you need from me? And be able to go out there and accept that and deliver that.
And that adjustment, Greg, not without hiccups for a lot of star players.
No doubt. It can be difficult to accept a diminished role, but if Melo is going to finally win a title, I think it'll have to be as more of a secondary player.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Dragic and Johnson, their backcourt. Dion Waiters is out there with Winslow, and it's Olynyk in at the center. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. Shoots from the baseline. Rebound by Ennis. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Trailing by 10. They host the Spurs after this one. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. And Miami shooting the ball at 42%. And Olynyk kicks to Waiters. Here's Adebayo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
The first free throw is good. Well, Steve, when it comes down to how this country is developing young players at the amateur level, do you feel winning is overemphasized in relation to individual skill development?
Yeah, I mean, great question, Kevin. I think in youth basketball right now, youth sports, I think so much now is individually rating individual players that are playing a team sport. I want to see more of rating the team. And I think also guys getting a chance to understand winning is important. A lot of these tournaments, you play 3 or 4 games a day, and it's not so much about winning. I think it has to come down to win or go home. I love that for youth basketball. And then I also love that you're just getting better. And I would love for some of these youth coaches to move these players around. There's a player right now that might be playing the center spot, but let him try to play the guard spot. I think you've got to find a way to do that and talk about winning as a team versus individuals.
Smart stuff. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Ennis. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Olynyk. For Houston, they have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close-knit organization. His dedication and commitment, second to none.
Richardson, he's checked in for the Heat. And Ennis drops them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Johnson up top, guarded by Tucker. Johnson kicks to Winslow. Here's Olynyk. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Green dishes to Knight. Lobbed up there for Green. That shot off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Richardson the pass to Adebayo. 6 to shoot. Johnson outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Chris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green kicks to Chris. Knight on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Knight.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Richardson finds Johnson. Here's Winslow. He's guarded by Knight. Winslow, the pass to Richardson. Now here's Winslow. Guarded by Tucker. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Rockets.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and that one is off.
And the play looked good there for a second, just couldn't finish.
Well, the pass has to be on point. Then the catch and flush just doesn't work out here.
Basket counts. Green's got his first bucket in this one.
He's just one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense regardless of the situation.
Johnson against Knight. Here's Olynyk. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Back to Johnson. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And checking out the numbers for Richardson. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging 8 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
And taken away by Johnson. 3-on-3. To end the cold streak, and the layup is good. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Rockets trail by 8. Now Knight, taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Five on the clock. That shot misses. The Heat go the other way with it. They've held a 12-point lead early.
And they continue to control the glass.
Josh Richardson, a great story for the Miami Heat. A diamond in the rough. Taken with the 40th pick in the 2015 draft, he's become a cornerstone.
The Heat have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And taking a look at their free throw statistics on the season, right around 74%.
That's good from Richardson. Smitty, with his impressive development, the Heat rewarded Richardson with a 4-year, $42 million contract in the summer of 2017.
A really good value for a full-time starter.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. James Johnson's checked in for Olynyk, and Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Justice Winslow. Both shots good from the stripe.
and they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Steve, we've heard the phrase speed kills, especially when trying to guard someone with a very explosive first step.
Westbrook, John Wall, Kemba, Kyrie, Isaiah Thomas, Giannis Antetokounmpo, those guys, they get up and down the court. There's so many young guys. Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. Woo, I wish I had that speed, Kevin.
You did at one time. You did have that speed at one time.
Not at all. Not at all.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. James Harden, number 1.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
His technique is so great, but it's that effort you talked about that has him at the top of this list. He puts so much into his defense, he just never lets up on that end of the floor.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season, but last season he took home the official hardware.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe. The one that starts with the name of Larry.
Now here's Johnson. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Over Harden. And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 6 points for Dwayne Wade. Ball against Johnson. Ball looking around. And it's Miami with the rebound. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Richardson finds Johnson. Yep, that one goes. And now it's a 12-point Miami lead.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And James Harden was crowned MVP after last season. Greg, hard to argue with that selection.
Harden has had a case to win an MVP award for several years now. Finally was able to be the clear choice this past season. Another great line on what is shaping up to be a Hall-worthy resume.
2 shots.
The first one falls.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Goran Dragic is checked in for Miami. Houston also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Chris. And it's Gordon in for Ennis. And so he hits both.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Now here's Wade. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Harden. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harden's got 14 points.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
Gordon against Richardson. Back to Dragic. They get a hand on it and taken away by Paul. Here's Gordon. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Wade outside. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. The kick out to Dragic. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And the layup is up and in. Adebayo's got the lead up to 12 now for the Heat.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Harden dishes to Paul. Here's the three. And James Harden good for 3. Harden's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter. Now gets this one.
Dragic kicks to Johnson. Gordon against Richardson. Pocket 6. And here's Johnson outside. Sinks the triple. 9 points in the game so far.
You like the aggressiveness. Pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Rockets trail by 12. Harden the pass to Nene. Back to Harden. And the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 19 points.
Yeah, I love watching Harden be aggressive inside. One of the most efficient scorers in our game.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Well, Steve, we have a viewer question that has come in here. It's Randy from Texas. And let me see if I can. Oh, he says, what's your favorite basketball movie?
The Fish That Say Pittsburgh, Kevin. That's my favorite basketball movie. There's a lot of them.
Is it really?
But I would say that was probably number 1 for me.
No kidding. Waiters checked in for Richardson.
A moment now to see the numbers for Paul. Averaging about 19 points, 11 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
From deep, Harden, good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 5 assists in the game.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Now, here's Dragic. 14 points from him the last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And the basket by Johnson.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Paul against Dragic. Harden kicks to Gordon. And another 3 for Houston.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Wade. 8 points for him. Here's Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And P.J. Tucker, Greg, a rugged physical defender at the forward.
And here's a guy, second-round pick back at 06. Spent 5 seasons playing abroad before making his return to the association. Now he's a seasoned veteran and not shy about holding his teammates accountable, especially defensively.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
hits them both. 1:04 left in the second quarter. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Over Harden. And too long on the shot. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for Houston. 6-point game. The Rockets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of the game. Wade on the wing, guarded by Harden. Back to Wade. Shot clock at 6. A 15-footer. Miami keeping it alive with a new 24. Haters no luck.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Here's Tucker. That one off the back iron and out. Over Harden. That's good from Wade on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. He can't get it to go. And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Dwayne, is defense the area of emphasis in the second half?
That's what's going to win this game for us. You know, that's a good offensive team. We can't give them second chance points. We can't come out in the second half and turn the ball over. So if we're going to win, it's going to be on the defensive end.
Yes, you have to keep them one and done. Thanks, Dwayne. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball inside, keeping the defense honest. You have to mix it up. A little bit outside, a little bit inside. Now that separates teams.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, they had a strong perimeter game. See, Ernie, when this team executes from long range, those weapons spread out of defense. Coming out in the second half, if those shooters are hot, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of the game that's been so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And on the floor for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Paul and Harden are the incredible backcourt duo. Marquise Chris is out there with Gordon. Then it's Nene at the pivot spot manning the middle. Rockets trail by 6. In the corner, Harden over Wade. Off the left rim and out.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Richardson against Gordon. Richardson kicks to Dragic. Here's Adebayo. Wade has the open look. No good on the 3. Harden inside the three-point line. And it's Miami with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Next up in the docket, the Bucks following this one. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Now here's Johnson. fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
You can tell the years that Johnson's been doing this. Professional move. We'll see if he can complete the N1.
Houston making a switch here. Green's checked in. Free throw no good for Johnson.
And what James Johnson brought with him coming into this league, physicality. He combines size, strength, athleticism, and a 7'1" wingspan.
A signature bucket for him on that possession. They can get themselves in front quickly with a few more like that. You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards, I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
And that one falls for Paul. And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off-the-ball players. Chris needed to be that kind of a playmaker, but with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
And here's Green outside.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Lets it go from 11, and it's good off the glass. And that's 12 points for Wade.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D-Wade will go right at you.
Harden outside, shoots it, buries the jump shot.
And just carrying over from his last game, completely dialed in. You can sense his confidence.
I totally agree. Heat check after heat check. He realizes, man, I'm still hot.
Here's Paul. The Heat getting the bucket. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Harden.
Picking up from where he left off, I lost count of how many threes he hit in the first half. Now nails this one.
Wade gets the bucket.
Wade is 6'4", but when he gets it down by the rim, he might as well be 7 feet. There's just no stopping him.
Wade against Harden. Bobbed up there for Green.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Dragic kicks to Wade. Back to Dragic. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Dragic has got 10 points in the game.
Well, we know Goran Dragic is very crafty. He can get his shot off in that mid-range area.
Richardson against Green. Here's Harden. And no good. Wade with the defensive effort.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Paul finds Green. Harden against Wade. Now here's Harden. He's got 29 points. Paul outside. Rebound by the Heat. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Wade drives in. Well, Smitty, Dwayne Wade back for another season in a Miami Heat uniform.
Great to see a legend and a future Hall of Famer still putting in work. The most important player in franchise history. He belongs, Kevin, in a Heat uniform.
Two shots.
First free throw is good.
Dwayne Wade at the stripe. How many times have we said that before? He lives there.
A different look for Miami. Olenek, he's checked in for Adebayo. Justice Winslow comes in for James Johnson. And it's Johnson in for Goran Dragic. James Ennis, he'll check in for Houston. Brandon Knight comes in for Chris Paul. And so he's able to get one of two.
And missing opportunities here to extend that lead at the free throw line this half.
Here's Knight. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Johnson. Lets it go with a three. Drains the three-pointer. Johnson's got 7 points in the game.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Timeout called, the Rockets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season. Number one, the Heat.
You know, it's not just the turnovers they're forcing. I mean, they're converting at the other end. And you know what? It puts a lot of pressure on you to play perfect.
And so Knight will bring it up for the Rockets, trailing by 10. Ennis kicks to Nene. Outside Knight. Pass to Green. Takes a three, and he's good on the three ball. Green's got 5 points now this quarter.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Olenek. Takes the three. Green with the rebound. Rockets trail by 7. For the three. Offensive rebound.
And how about the timing on the backboards there from Chris? Has the size and quickness to be a problem.
Johnson kicks to Wade. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. There's Green with the three. Green missing again. Taken away by Nene. And yes, it's good. Now it's just a 3-point Heat lead. Miami's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Wade outside. Here's Olenek. The basket good off the assist from Wade. 6 points for Kelly Olynyk. Rockets trailed by 5. And here is Green. He has 7. And he goes right over Olynyk and slams it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Johnson softly drops in the floater. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
Green with the ball. He's got 9. Over Winslow. Green, no luck. Winslow dishes to Johnson. He feeds it to Wade. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Knight passes to Green. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Winslow finds Richardson. Count it. And it's a 9-point Heat lead.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
Green. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Now, here's Wade. Here's Richardson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Here's Green. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Really smoking the nets now after a difficult time shooting in the first half.
Green against Wade. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line. And the first one drops. The Heat making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for the Rockets. Gordon comes in for Brandon Knight. That one is no good.
Kelly Olynyk comes from a basketball family in Canada. His mom was a scorekeeper for the Raptors. His dad coached at Toronto University and actually cut Steve Nash from the junior national team. Wow.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
Heat leading by 3. Now with Kelly Olynyk, one of those kids who played guard but hit a big growth spurt in high school. Next thing you know, Smitty, he's a 7-footer with perimeter skills.
And he's not bad, Kevin, inside as well. He can score at all 3 levels.
Here's Ennis after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. And Ennis slams it in.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Miami with the ball. The Rockets making the shot. Raiders no luck.
Right spot, wrong time. When the defense collapses on you, kick it out.
And the wide open shot from Green. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Kicks to Tucker. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Wade. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Gordon. Now the pass to Tucker. Knocks down the 3 ball. Tucker's got 5 now.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
The 11-footer, no good from Wade.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away. Justice Winslow won a national title at Duke University. The 10th overall pick in 2015, he's a lockdown defender who can guard all 5 positions.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Winslow.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015. Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. The Rockets also changing it up. James Harden comes in for Ennis, and Paul subbed in for Green. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. There's 31 seconds left in the third quarter. Paul kicks to Chris. 19 seconds left in the third. And here's Harden for three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Olynyk's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Winslow's shot is off. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Misses there. Dwayne Wade, he's been the guy making things happen for Miami. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. Waiters and Winslow are the wings. Olynyk is out there with James Johnson. And it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now here's Dragic. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Saturday, they'll be playing against LaMarcus Aldridge and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Nene, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the second free throw, good. Now, here is Harden. Outside Gordon. Pass to Chris. Fade away, and it's Houston with another.
The mid-range area, perfect place to use your size advantage.
The Heat with the lead. Outside Dragic. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Paul heading to the hoop. That gives them the lead.
And Chris Paul is known for his lockdown D. If you aren't careful with the ball, he will swipe it clean.
Pass to Winslow. He kicks to Olynyk. Outside Dragic. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Heat lead by 2.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Harden draws the double. Paul can't get it to go. So it's Miami now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And stolen by Chris. Harden against Waiters. Here's Chris. From outside, off the mark. And Miami shooting 47%, pretty solid. Rockets the pass to Olynyk. Waiters surveying the D. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nene.
When Dion Waiters is aggressive with this combination of quickness and power, difficult to stop without fouling.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one drops.
Dion Waiters should be a great free throw shooter. He has high arc, good touch, maybe just lack of focus at times.
And Miami making a change here. Adebayo's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. Rockets trail by 4. Paul outside. Nene trying to get open. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Paul. 31 points for James Harden. Dragic against Harden. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Here's Paul. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Paul's got it all tied up now for Houston. Paul's gone 3 for 7 tonight. Waiters finds Dragic. Now here's Winslow, defended by Paul. Winslow, the pass to Johnson. Banked in off the glass.
Nice presence inside. Johnson with a variety of moves and extremely good footwork makes him a difficult matchup.
Now here's Paul. The dish to Harden. Six to shoot. Paul outside. Shoots over Dragic. Paul can't get it to go. The Heat shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Waiters dishes to Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Playing with power, that's Johnson's game. Forces the defender to foul.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Josh Richardson's checked in for the Heat. And he makes the first but misses the second. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. They trail by 3. Dishes to Paul. Here's Harden on the wing. Tries it from 19. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Heat leading by 3. Here's Dragic. Drills the baseline jumper. Dragic has got 6 here in this quarter.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Down low. Stolen by Waiters. Here's Richardson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Rockets trail by 7. And here is Paul. Nene kicks to Gordon. Feeds it to Harden. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. Paul for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Paul's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
You can see his wheels are turning. We'll see what he draws up here.
It's been an ongoing battle of adjustments, trying to identify your strongest matchup each time down the floor.
us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He told them that for now, they have to back off at the three-point line. He said, we don't have to just shoot threes. Let's get the ball in tight for some high-percentage looks inside the paint. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Nene following the score by Miami. Good on the shot. And that's now 33 points for James Harden.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Adebayo kicks to Richardson. Out left to the wing. Here's Dragic. Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by Houston.
In over his head on the layup attempt there. Too much defensive pressure.
Harden against Waiters. Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. There's Gordon with the three. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Passes it to Dragic. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Wayne Wade's checked in for Waiters. Miami with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Johnson with it. And again, it's the Heat missing. To the middle. And it's Gordon missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Wade gets the bucket.
Everything is working for D. Wade. He is turning back that clock.
Rockets trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Gordon kicks to Paul. Shoots over Dragic, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
He really looks composed shooting the ball this half. Much more consistent and in a much higher percentage.
Knocked loose, and is out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. They get it again. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
Richardson against Gordon. Here's Paul. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Paul's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Now the pass to Wade. Got a piece of it. Harden draws the double. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the Heat with the ball. The Heat leading by 4. Wade finds Johnson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 5th assist in this one. Ball passes to Nene. Some nice passing there by Houston. And the jam by Harden.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Pass to Johnson. He dishes it to Wade. The shot off that time. Harden with the defensive effort.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
Kicks it to Paul. To the paint, Nene. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Now just a 2-point Heat lead.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game. Phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Johnson left side. Over Chris. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got 20.
Not afraid of the moment. For Johnson, that's been the story from day one.
Gordon trying to break loose. Harden, that's good.
Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
No doubt. As close as this game is, I think it's going to come down to which team controls the paint down the stretch.
Kept alive. Count it, and the foul. Chris. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And as he's checked in for Marquise Chris.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
Oh, and he caps that off in style. He gets the finish with the harm. Huge possession there to extend the lead.
Now, here is Harden. Inside, here's Paul. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
I love seeing Chris Paul come alive on these possessions. He's an exceptional shooter who does not back away in big moments.
Dragic gets the bucket.
This is when the game becomes real. Your leaders need to step up. Dragic did just that.
Harden against Wade. Puts it up from 12. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut back down to 3 points with the bucket from Chris Paul.
When the game is close, Chris Paul is ready. An elite scorer who lives for clutch situations.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Gordon, the pass to Ennis. Here's Harden. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
It's the way the game is supposed to be played. Guys competing at the highest level.
Now, here's Dragic.
Ooh, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Gordon dishes to Harden. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Dragic taking his time here. 6 on the shot clock. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
This is his kind of move. The little up fake. Dragic, a slide creator on the offensive end.
Now, gentlemen, truth shots. Roof shots.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 2. 8 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
A lot of time left, which should allow for a really good shot if they run the right play.
present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Johnson.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
Harden. From deep three-point range. He got it!
Wow.
He caught it!
Man, that was unbelievable.
I can't believe this. How in the world can you end the game on a shot like that?
And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Carmelo, you have lived in the media spotlight for a long time. How do you put that out of your head when you get on the floor?
I'm just playing ball. My team came to play today. We was focused, and we wanted it. We willed our way to this one.
A great performance, Carmelo. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time